Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see from the title, we are going to be talking about waxing today. Yes, I know it's everybody's favorite topic. However, as women, I feel like waxing is always better than shaving. That's just my personal preference because as you can see, we have a lot going on my face right now. Once a month I turn into Chewbacca. That's just a mixed person problem. Also, this will be an impromptu unboxing and review for Star Pill. I also got a new wax pot and also new hard wax from them. This is going to be the first time that I've ever used their wax before, but I'm not new to using hard waxes ever. In no way, shape, or form am I sponsored. I bought this with my own cash money because your girl's a klutz. My old wax pot fell over and the wax is still warm, and if you are not used to using waxes that mold in themselves, you have to let it completely cool down. I learned that very early on, and I did that to 2 wax pots, so now I'm over it. And we're on to Star Pill. Hopefully I have a better go around with Star Pill. Now this video is over a year old. Yes, I said a year old. It's been sitting in my hard drive and I completely forgot about this. I'm sorry, this is kind of late. I should have had this video up, but you know, life happens and here we are. So for starters, my initial unboxing, of course you see I tore up the whole box because I'm ruthless like that, but this is a really big wax warmer, okay? This is bigger than most wax warmers I had. For most people, you guys are familiar with Gigi. You can get it from Sally's. Most consumers pick it up from Sally's. Even like off brands, you can get it off Amazon. They're fairly smaller than this actual wax pot, which I like because it stores a lot more wax. And I also got the smaller portion of the wax beads from Star Pill. I'm really mad because I ran through it really quick. So this is basically what's inside of the wax pot. It has an internal bucket. So this is where you will place all your wax beads to warm it up. Now, this is my first time playing around with Star Pill products, but this is not my first time dealing with waxing. For those who are new to my channel, hi, I went to hair school a very long time ago, but typically in the education programs of most beauty schools, they will teach you how to wax using regular wax with muslin strips or wax strip. Graduated in 2011. I don't know if it's changed or anything. Maybe there's new stuff, but when I learned, they just use regular wax and muslin strips or wax strips. So I've been playing around and waxing my own face, eyebrows, underpits now. Yeah, so I'm not new to hard waxes. I actually love hard waxes better than your stereotypical waxes with the wax strips. So right now I've been testing how long it will take typically to warm up these wax beads, because again, I never used Star Pill wax before. So I started on 65, and as time went on, I kind of upped it a little bit and I ended up on 85, and it typically took like maybe 17 to 20 minutes to fully warmed up and liquefied the way I wanted to. And if this is your first time using hard waxes, you don't want to make your wax super hot to a point where it's super liquidy, because especially with these type of waxes, you want to make sure you have full control of where you place your wax and to make sure that it will actually stay there and grab the hair that you want it to take and not take away what you don't want it to take, trust me. So we're going to step into the actual prep. I will link where I got my headbands from, and I'm just checking out my face because I really let my eyebrows and my hair grow all the way out. So again, as I stated, I wax completely everything. I prefer to wax because number one, I like the way my skin feels. It lasts longer. My skin is very sensitive, so shaving or razoring it irritates my skin even more than waxing. So this is the best solution for me. So from hair school, I have been using this Gigi all-purpose clarifier. I use it on a cotton round and I place it anywhere that I will be waxing that day. This is going to take any extra oils, dirt, debris, you name it, off of your skin, so you have a completely clean slate for only the wax to just get what it needs to get and you're completely done. My new thing that I've been doing lately, I take some cornstarch or some type of powder that doesn't have any talc in it, and I will pat it also all over where I will be waxing too. This is good so you know that the wax will actually wrap around the hair and take out only the hair and not really irritate your skin too much. This is good for people who sweat and also for people who are really oily like me. So now I'm just brushing my hairs up in a way so I can get them in position before I wax. And this is a trick I also learned from cosmetology school. This is also how I've been doing my eyebrows all these years. So I've had plenty of bad experiences where, of course, we went to the nail salon and they make your eyebrows thinner. Tired of looking like a wind up Barbie doll or whatever with these thin ass eyebrows that are from the fucking 40s. So I decided to do my own eyebrows because I like the fullest of my eyebrows, and it took a very long time for me to grow my eyebrows back to the point of where they're at now. So right now you see me sketching out. So you want to start the beginning of your brow from the tip of your nose. You want to start your arch of your brow from the corner of your nose over your iris of your eye. And you want to start your tail from the outside of your eye to the outside of your nose. Once that's done, I'm going to go and start my guideline of the shape of my eyebrow. This is going to help with where I want to take care and where I don't want to take care. And also the process of me going back and forth between both eyebrows, because eyebrows are sisters, not twins. This eyebrow in particular always gives me the worst time. It's the hairiest, and it also is so difficult to keep the shape sometimes, so I really have to take my time on this eyebrow for some reason. The other one is a breeze. Like, it's a complete breeze. All right, now time for the fun part. I use different size sticks. You can get it from the dollar store, Sally's, Cosmoprof, wherever tickles your fancy. So as you guys probably already know from getting your eyebrows waxed before, you always want to place the wax going with the grain of hair, meaning going with the growth of your hair. And then once it's dry, you want to pull the wax away or against the grain of your hair. That way the wax can pull all that hair up out of your skin. Also, another thing, it's kind of nasty and weird to talk about, but you want to make sure that you see the little bulbs at the ends of your hair in the wax. That means that you got all the hair up out of your skin. There's no stubbles. That also creates ingrown hairs. So here's the portion where you see me just placing on the wax. Again, this is hard wax. It molds on itself. It'll mold around the hair. So right now it'll completely dry. You'll know when it's fully dry is when it's not sticky anymore and it's a completely different color. And then at that point, you just rip it right off. And I always gotta take a deep breath and say a prayer real quick and then I rip. So moving on, I usually go to the top of my eyebrows. In this case, I am really careful around my hairline, of course, because I don't know about the rest of you guys, but if I let it happen, my hairline and my eyebrows will connect. Same with my sideburns with the nape of my neck. It literally will connect if I let it. So I'm just following along on that guideline that I placed down for my eyebrows and then just waxing away. So just a rule of thumb, if you're a beginner with waxing, especially with hard waxes, you want to get used to using this rolling motion as you would with a round brush with the wax. This is so your wax does not, number one, fall on you, fall in places where you don't want it to go. Also, you want to be quick with hard wax because it does dry down quicker than traditional wax. And also waxing period, if you happen to miss a few hairs like me right now, I'm going back on the same area. I generally go over it twice with wax. You don't want to go over too many times over your skin because you can make your skin go raw if you wax too many times in the same spot. Also, take your time, you guys. This is really tricky, especially if you're doing it on yourself. If you're not used to waxing, take your time. Hard wax is a little bit forgiving when it comes to actually placing it off. It's easy to remove sometimes depending on where you place it at. But once this stuff dries down and it's locked onto some hair, that's it. You got to take it off. And that, like, it's a little bit more forgiving than traditional wax, but hard wax is basically doing what it's supposed to do. So take your time. Don't put no holes in your eyebrows. And please make sure with hard wax especially that it is not too liquidy when you first heat this up. You don't want it to be too hot for it to be put on your skin for long periods of time. It's going to burn you and then it's going to make boils underneath your eyebrows. Trust me, I've been there and I've done that, and I've had Neosporin on my eyebrows, and you have no idea how hard it is to be expressive and animated, and you can't even show expression because your eyebrows are literally on fire from burning them off. It hurts so bad to even try to smile or laugh or anything without eyebrows. Fun times. But yeah, I'm just telling you guys, but please be careful. Just make sure that it is a nice, like, kind of like milky texture. You don't want this to be super watery because it will run in places you do not want it to go. You want this to be able to be put on and just stay in place. So now we are moving on to a bigger popsicle stick. I use this for my nose, my chin, my cheeks, because we're covering a bigger surface area with wax. So usually I figure out which way my hair is growing. I place the wax down going with the groove, and then I'll let it dry, and then we pull against the groove. So yeah, that's typically what I do. I have a really high pain tolerance at this point, and literally I would have to say that so far what hurts the most is probably around my jawline where I just pulled from. Everywhere else is pretty much a breeze because again, we're dealing with very fine hair on the face, but when it is waxed, it does make a difference, especially with my makeup application. I've noticed that my makeup, number one, looks more skin-like, more flawless. I don't really use very heavy full coverage foundations anyway, but I like the way my makeup looks in pictures and videos, and that's because I wax and I take care of my skin. So I'm just going to finish off the opposite side of my face and some other areas that I want to go back and get a little bit more hair off from. So I will come back once we get to the tweezing part. So this is the part that mostly changed for me. So once I get done with all my waxing, I will go back and make sure that I get all the little fine baby hairs that the wax did not catch with some tweezers. And I'm using the Anastasia's pink tweezers. Of course, you guys know I gotta have something pink. So at that point, I will finally go in with this easy and clean post wax remover. And I got this from Cosmoprof because I see the brand all the time. But I honestly do not use this anymore because I started noticing that this really irritated my skin and broke me out really bad. It's oil based, so if anybody out there who has dry skin, maybe this will work for you. But for my skin, and especially because my pores are now open since we waxed them, worked really well. If you make any mistakes and you have extra wax on your face anywhere, it really will get that cleaned up really quick because it's so oil based. But I noticed that this really was not doing good on my skin. Like my skin was not happening at all. So instead of using this to actually tighten up my skin and clean it after I wax, I will go in with either witch hazel or I will go back in with that clarifier that I showed you guys in the beginning from Gigi. So once all that is done, I'm going to brush my eyebrows right back up again. And this is the part where I will trim if we need to trim because I actually like my eyebrow hairs, especially in the front, to be longer. When I fill them in, I like them to be really fluffed out and natural looking. I don't do the Angry Bird boxy eyebrows. I really hate that trend. I wish it would stop. But this is how I generally will trim my eyebrows. I know it looks a little crazy, but this is how I get it done by myself. So that is it for my eyebrow and face waxing routine. I've been doing my own eyebrows for such a long time and I always love the results and it saves me money also. So I hope you guys learned something new and you enjoyed my video. Comment down below if you're a beginning waxer or intermediate or expert waxer. I would love to hear any tips or tricks you guys may have. Also comment below if you guys have any video requests that you would like to see me do for you guys on this channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!